right, good evening, everybody. Good to be back at BBI this evening. I want to say welcome to everyone out in Nebraska and everywhere else out on YouTube. If you're tuning in with us, thank you for taking time to study the music ministry with us this evening. We're going to continue our study on the fundamentals of conducting, but right before we do that, as always, we're going to look at a hymnology, and we're going to look at the song, Higher Ground. This hymn once took high rank among the holiness people and secured a lasting place in the American hymnology. Nothing can bring forth more shouts at a camp meeting of glory, hallelujah, than the singing of Higher Ground. Johnson Oatman Jr. was born near Medford, New Jersey on April the 21st in 1856. He became a member of the Methodist Episcopal Church when he was 19 years of age. Soon he was licensed to preach and was ordained by his denomination, although he never actually pastored a church. In his early life, he was actively involved in the family's mercantile business, and upon his father's death, entered the insurance business. In 1892, he started writing gospel songs, and from then till his death in 1926, he wrote approximately 3,000 gospel hymn texts. It's reported that Oatman generally averaged 4 to 5 new texts each week. Throughout this period of his life, really he received no more than $1 for each of his songs. His texts were always in great demand by the leading gospel musicians of his day, such as Kirkpatrick, Excel, and Charles Gabriel. Johnson Oatman is also the author of such popular hymn texts as Count Your Blessings and No Not One. The composer of this music, Charles Hutchinson Gabriel, was born on August the 18th, 1856 in Wilton, Iowa. Gabriel is generally considered to be the most popular and influential gospel songwriter during the Billy Sunday Homer Roadheaver Evangelistic Crusade decade, which would have been 1910, 1920. In his association with the Roadheaver Publishing Company as music editor, Gabriel continued his prolific musical output until his death on September the 15th, 1932 in Los Angeles, California. It's estimated that Charles Gabriel was involved in the writing of more than 8,000 gospel songs, as well as in the editing of numerous compilations and hymnals. In many of his songs, he authored both the text and music. Often, Gabriel attributed his texts to his pseudonym, Charlotte G. Homer. Charles Gabriel also supplied the music for the gospel hymn, Oh, That Will Be Glory, and other well-known gospel favorites written or composed by Charles Gabriel include More Like the Master, Send the Light, My Savior's Love, He Is So Precious to Me, He Lifted Me, and Oh, It Is Wonderful. Higher Ground was first published in 1898 in the collection Songs of Love and Praise, number 5, compiled by John R. Sweeney, Frank M. Davis, and J. Howard Entwistle. In his autobiography, 60 Years of Gospel Song, Gabriel recalls that he composed this tune after his return to Chicago in September 1892 and sold it for the grand sum of $5. How about that? I'm pressing on the upward way. New heights I'm gaining every day. Still praying as I'm onward bound, Lord, plant my feet on higher ground. Lord, lift me up and let me stand by faith on heaven's tableland. A higher plane than I have found, Lord, plant my feet on higher ground. What a magnificent song. What moving lyrics that is. All right, tonight's lesson 4 in our fundamentals of conducting, and we are going to study the 6-beat, the 9-beat, and the 12-beat director's or conductor's pattern. I put all these 3 in one lesson together because really you're mainly going to only see the 6-8 or the 6-beat time, but you will have an occasional 9-8 that will come up, and we'll look at that tonight. And even more rare, you'll have the 12-8 that will come up. And we'll look at a few there tonight. Most common, though, will be the 6-beat pattern of these that we'll study this evening. Now, this will apply to 6-8, 6-4, or any timing for that matter that is a 6 on the top. Okay? So, this is the pattern that you use in a 6-beat song. As always, your 1 beat is you start up, and you have your down beat to start. So, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? So it's down, 1, out, out. I would say it's 1, in, out, up. Okay? So follow the pattern that I put there on your sheet. You're going to go in, out, and up is going to be 6. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Two-handed, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You have to make sure that you specify each of these beats. Otherwise, it's just going to look like you're going. Okay? You don't want to do that because there are 6. You want to accentuate all 6. So you must go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 1 meter that you are at liberty to use more of your fingers and the flowing of your wrist because you're not going 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You're having to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And if you notice my wrist, when I do it, I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 because the slight movement of my hand does accentuate each of the beats to let people know that we're doing it that way. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Otherwise, you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And before you know it, you're going to be burnt. All that lactic acid is going to fill up everywhere and you're going to be hurting and you're going to be like, you're not going to really be able to do anything. So learn to use your wrist in company with this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now there are some faster paced 6-beat songs that you would be better suited using the 2-beat pattern to go with it. Okay, so let's say you're going to do what is a good 6/8 song I could use for example right here. Blessed Assurance is a 9/8. That don't count.
About 265.
265. That one. What is that one? Oh, there you go. Very good. So if you wanted to do it real fast, yeah. Typically people do it in 3/4 and they'll be like, I was sinking deep in sin, far from the peaceful shore. Okay. But it should be, I was sinking deep in sin, far from the peaceful shore. But you could just, instead of going the whole song, you go, I was sinking deep in sin, far from the peaceful shore. Okay? But if it's a slower, you could, on the slower ones, you do want to do all 6. You don't want to sing this song slow, but if you did, it would be like, I was sinking deep in sin, far from the peaceful shore. Okay? But you should do it more fast. But I was sinking deep in sin, far from the peaceful shore. Okay? So that's a good example right there. Use that 2-beat pattern to help reduce the old arm fatigue. The next one we're going to look at is 9-beat and 12-beat patterns. Same as always. You always start up and your 1 is down. So if you have a down beat, you're going 1. With 9, you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, you're going to put the flag on the top of the post with 7, 8, 9. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But then when you get to 12 beats, gotta make sure you hit all 12. You can't shortchange the congregation. Okay? It's different. You gotta pay attention. You're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, I always want to go in and then out, but you got to go out, in, out, around. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Whew. On a faster paced song for a 9/8, or a 9-beat pattern for that matter. That's what I mean when I say use the 3-beat pattern for 9s. If it's a 9-beat pattern, you can use a 3-beat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If it's a really fast one, okay? And then if it's a 12-beat pattern that is really high-paced, or you wear your shoulder out, or just had shoulder surgery, or whatever the reason you just can't get all 12 out throughout the whole song, you can do the 4/4. So you can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay? So, take your hymn book. Let's start. My first dog ear. Do you know I'll meet you in the morning? I will meet you in the morning by the bright riverside. That's page 12. I'm sorry, 14. Whoops. Don't do 12. That one's not going to work. That was When He Calls, I'll Fly. When He calls me, I will answer. Here am I.
And it's not meet you.
It's right. Please say, I'll meet you. Not meet you. It's meet you. I will meet you in the morning by the bright riverside. Okay? What do you think? You gonna try? Now remember, it's 6/8, so it's I will meet you in the morning by the bright riverside. Okay? Go ahead. Ready? Now this is an up. I will meet you in the morning by the bright riverside when sorrow has drifted away. I'll be standing at the portals when the gates open wide. At the close of life's dreary day, my son, I will meet you in the morning when and we'll sit down by the river and we'll rapture all acquaintance renew. You'll know me in the morning by the smiles that I wear when I meet you in the morning in the city that's built foursquare. All right? Because that one flows, you're going to very easily get lost in that one. I've got my tongue tied there at the bottom. At the close of life's long dreary day. I wanted to say life's dreary day. I forgot that long was in there. But anyway, so let's do it again. But this time, let's do it with just the 2-beat pattern just to show how you can do it either way, okay? Remember, it's an upbeat when we start this one. Give us an introduction, please. Just the 2-beat pattern. I will meet you in the morning by the bright riverside when sorrow has drifted away. I'm standing at the portals when the gates open wide. At the close of life's long dreary day, I'll meet you in the morning with a how do you, and we'll sit down by the river and with rapture all acquaintance renew. You'll know me in the morning by the smiles that I wear when I meet you in the morning in the city that's built foursquare. Good. It'll wear you out if you're not careful. All right, let's keep going. Let's see what else we got in here. I have. See, there's not a whole lot in here to use, especially the ones that I actually know. So it is rare to find one that works. Let's do Just As I Am. That's page 81. Everybody knows that one. By the way, in this hymn book, you can say page number because it's not song number in this one. It's page number. Pay attention to that. Just As I Am at the bottom of page 81. Notice that it's 6/4. Now, is this going to begin on a downbeat or is it going to begin on an upbeat? It is an upbeat, Brother Jerry. Thank you very much. So you'll start like this. Just as I am without one plea, but that thy blood was shed for me. Okay? All right. So it's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But because it's 6/4, it's not going to be rapid. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here we go. It's an upbeat. Here we go. Just as I am without one plea, but that thy blood was shed for me, and that thou bidst me come. One of the few 6/4s you'll ever find. Do you know I'm going that way? I've heard of a land of joy and peace and wonderful light. It is in D flat, page 88. A beautiful place of mansions fair and skies ever bright. If you wanted to do it slow, we could go. I've heard of a land of joy and peace and wonderful light. A beautiful place of... You got it? That sounds good to me. Okay, so let's just start at the beginning. You're going to go up. Remember, it's... I've heard of a land of joy and peace and wonderful light. A beautiful place of mansions fair and skies ever bright, where all who believe the Savior here forever shall stand. And having been saved by grace divine, I'm going that way. Well, I'm going to shout every time I sing this song. I'm going that way. I'm going that way. And Jesus the Savior I adore is with me each day. I'm clinging to Him and never to stray, and singing His praises all day long. I'm going that way. Second verse. Glorious news I tell and sing as onward I go, that those who are still astray in sin, my Savior may know. I want them to sing His praise above some beautiful name. For glory to Him who died for me. I'm going that way. I'm going that way. I'm going that way. Oh yeah. And Jesus the Savior I adore is with me each day. I'm clinging to Him and never to stray. They're singing His praises all day long. I'm going that way.
Now, if I just get the words to it.
Now, I know, right? Now, you could do it this way. Ready? Third verse. Watch me. I know I shall meet Him at the gate when trials are past. Just pick it up a little bit. I know I shall meet Him face to face in glory at last. And though I believe that when we meet, well done He will say, for trusting His soul redeeming love, I'm going that way. Keep going. I'm going that way. I'm going that way. And Jesus the Savior I adore is with me each day. I'm clinging to Him and never to stray. Yes, singing His praises all day long. I'm going that way. Good.
What was it, 2? Oh, was it 2? 6 and 12.
12-8, and then I did the 4-beat pattern the second time around. Yep.
If you notice that second verse, no one ever says, I onward go, the first line.
Is it counting?
As I onward go, but I always say, as onward I go. How about that? I never noticed that. Funny, funny, funny. Good eye, brother. What about I Must Tell Jesus? That is 107. You know that one? I must tell Jesus all of my trials. Da, 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 da. It's in E flat. I must tell Jesus all of my trials. I cannot bear these burdens alone. Okay? You got that? All right, give us an introduction. This is a 9/8. So it's in, out, 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 up, up, down. Ready? Here we go. It's up. I must tell Jesus all of my trials. I cannot bear these burdens alone. In my distress, He kindly will help me. He never loves and cares for His own. I must tell Jesus, I must tell Jesus, I cannot bear my burden alone. I must tell Jesus, I must tell Jesus, Jesus can help me, Jesus alone. Good. So 9/8. Woo-wee. Let's see what else I got here. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Do you know Living by Faith? 162. I care not today what the morrow may bring, if shadow or sunshine or rain. That's 6/8, okay? 162. 162. Now, this isn't up. You're starting on 6. So it's I care not today what tomorrow may bring, if shadow or sunshine or rain. The Lord I know ruleth o'er everything, and all of my worry is vain. Okay? Pay attention to the chorus. What's the time signature of the chorus?
12/8.
Oh! That's always exciting. Better pay attention before you get into it too deep, because you're going from 6/8 to 12/8. So, if you did it fast enough, you could do this. I care not today what tomorrow may bring. And then you get to the chorus and you go, living by faith in Jesus above. And then you get back to the verse again. Though tempest may blow and the storm clouds arise, obscuring the brightness of life. And then living by faith in Jesus above. We're not going to do it like that yet. Well, I tell you what.
You sing the words, we'll do all right.
Okay. And don't, please, by all means, focus on the conducting more than you do on the singing. I would rather you conduct than sing, because it's not required for the conductor to sing. In fact, it's probably more well advised for the conductor not to sing, so that he can focus on all 4 of the parts and the musicians that he's trying to keep control of, keeping everybody together. I just sing out of habit. I can't help it, I have to. I can't even if I'm not singing in the choir and I'm sitting in the congregation, I sing. I can't help it. My wife is going, they hear you enough, let them sing. I'm like, I know. I just like to sing, I'm sorry. All right, let's try living by faith. Ready? Ready, it's up. I care not today what the morrow may bring, if shadow or sunshine or rain. The Lord I know ruleth o'er everything, and all of my worry is vain. Living by faith in Jesus above. try it now, the easy way. Verse number 3. You're going to do your 2, then your 4. Going up, ready? I know that He safely will carry me through, no matter what evils betide. Why should I then care though the tempest may blow, if Jesus once close by my side? Now 4, living by faith in Jesus above, trusting, confiding in His great love. From all harm safe in His sheltering arm, I'm living by faith and feel warm. Good. Let's see, I got one more dog-eared right here. 181, Blessed Assurance. This is the one that most people mess up. Forster, not that you're being recorded or anything, but more power to you. This is how most people will do it. Blessed assurance, Jesus is mine. This is how it's written. Blessed assurance, Jesus is mine. Oh, what a foretaste of glory divine. Do you understand the more urgency that comes with the second way of singing it? So dragging it out, making it slow. Oh, what a foretaste of glory divine. That's not how it's supposed to be. Oh, what a foretaste of glory divine. Okay? Yeah? Here we go. I'm going to do it in the 9-beat pattern. And it's up, up, up. Ready? Blessed. Oh, that's too low. What key are you in? Are you in C? Can you do it in D? You're going to do C? C. C words. I can do C. You can't use it D flat or something there, won't you? Alright, C's good. D's good? Go for it. In the 3-beat pattern because that would encourage your pianist to do it like a waltz. Try your best to always sing it to where you do it in 9. Otherwise, they'll start going, blessed, that crawls all over me. It's not a song to be drug out like that. All right, that's all I've got dog-eared for tonight. We're running out of time anyway. Thank you for tuning in. Just grab your hymn book. Look for anything that starts with a 6, like 6-8, 6-4. Work on your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you have something that starts with a 9, like 9-8 most commonly, you'll do your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Put your flag on the stem at the top. And then of course at 12, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay? So look for something that you can practice with there. Before you know it, you won't feel as goofy as you actually look. Thank you very much. God bless you. Have a good evening.